You know, when I first encountered Boy Willie in August Wilson's The Piano Lesson, I was struck by how complex he is. He's not just a character. He's a whirlwind of ambition, conflict, and raw emotion. I mean, who doesn't love a character that makes you think? Welcome back to Starstruck TV, your one and only source for film and TV commentaries, reviews, and recaps. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button and notification bell. Now let's get into it. From the get-go, Boy Willie is portrayed as this fiery young man with dreams bigger than his circumstances. He's got this relentless drive to carve out his own identity, and honestly, it's hard not to root for him, even when he makes questionable choices. What really gets me is how Boy Willie represents a generation grappling with the weight of history. He's wrestling with the legacy of his ancestors and the burdens that come with it. The piano itself is a symbol of that legacy, and Boy Willie's desire to sell it to buy land speaks to his ambitions. Now, you all know I'm a big fan of movies and shows, but I also have a passion for helping people level up and reach their goals. So I wanted to take a moment to invite you to sign up for Be the Director of Your Life, a course that helps you flip the script and rewrite the story of your life. Check it out in the link below. I'll see you there. Now let's get back into the video. Boy Willie's ambition is palpable throughout the play. He's got this fire in his belly that drives him to pursue his dreams with an intensity that's hard to ignore. I mean, who wouldn't admire someone willing to risk everything for a shot at a better life? His determination to buy that piece of land in Mississippi isn't just about property. It's about claiming his place in the world. It's like he believes that owning land will somehow validate his existence and give him a sense of belonging. Isn't that something we all crave? A place to call our own? But here's the kicker. Boy Willie's ambition often blinds him to the consequences of his actions. He's so focused on his goal that he sometimes forgets the people around him. Take his relationship with his sister, Bernice, for example. While he sees the piano as a means to an end, she views it as a sacred family heirloom. It's like they're speaking different languages when it comes to their family's history. I can't help but wonder if Boy Willie ever stops to think about what he might be sacrificing in his quest for success. Is ambition worth it if it means losing touch with your roots? Boy Willie's disregard for tradition and history. Now let's talk about Boy Willie's relationship with tradition and history. It's almost like he has this rebellious streak that makes him want to challenge everything that came before him. He sees the piano as just an object, while Bernice sees it as a vessel of their family's history. It's a classic case of the younger generation wanting to break free from the past, but at what cost? I mean, isn't there something to be said for honoring where we come from? Boy Willie's disregard for tradition is evident in how he approaches the piano. He wants to sell it without fully understanding its significance. To him, it's just a means to an end, a way to achieve his dreams. But in doing so, he risks erasing the very history that shaped him. It makes me think about how often we overlook our own traditions in pursuit of progress. Are we too quick to dismiss the lessons of the past? Boy Willie embodies that struggle, and it raises some important questions about how we navigate our own legacies. Boy Willie's confrontation with the supernatural. One of the most intriguing aspects of Boy Willie's character is his confrontation with the supernatural elements in The Piano Lesson. The play is steeped in spiritual undertones, and Boy Willie finds himself grappling with the ghosts of his ancestors. It's almost as if they're haunting him, reminding him of the sacrifices made for his freedom. Boy Willie's interactions with the supernatural force him to confront his own beliefs about legacy and responsibility. He can't just brush aside the past. It has a way of creeping back into his life when he least expects it. There's this moment when he realizes that selling the piano isn't just about money. It's about severing ties with his heritage. It makes me wonder how many of us have had those moments where we're confronted by our own past, whether through family stories or memories that refuse to fade away. Isn't it interesting how the past can shape our present in ways we might not even realize? Boy Willie's struggle with racial injustice. Boy Willie's character also serves as a lens through which we can examine racial injustice in America. His ambition is not just personal, it's deeply intertwined with the systemic barriers faced by Black individuals during that time period. He wants to own land, but he also grapples with the reality that society often places obstacles in his path because of the color of his skin. It's heartbreaking, really, when you think about how hard he has to fight for something that should be a basic right. What strikes me is how Boy Willie embodies both resilience and frustration in the face of racial injustice. He refuses to be defined by his circumstances, yet he can't escape them either. It's like he's caught in this tug of war between hope and despair. I can't help but think about how relevant this struggle remains today. How many people are still fighting against systemic barriers while trying to achieve their dreams? Boy Willie's journey serves as a powerful reminder of the ongoing fight for equality and justice. Boy Willie's reckless behavior and impulsive decisions. Let's be real, Boy Willie isn't perfect. His reckless behavior and impulsive decisions often lead him down a path of destruction. I mean, who hasn't made a hasty choice they later regretted? But with Boy Willie, it feels like his impulsiveness is magnified by his desperation to break free from his circumstances. He acts without fully considering the consequences, whether it's trying to sell the piano or getting into confrontations with others. There's something almost tragic about his impulsivity. It makes me think about how easy it is to get caught up in the moment and lose sight of what truly matters. It raises an important question. How do we balance our desires with our responsibilities to others? In Boy Willie's case, his reckless behavior ultimately leads to conflict within his family and jeopardizes the very legacy he seeks to claim. Boy Willie's conflict with family and legacy. Speaking of conflict, Boy Willie's relationship with his family is fraught with tension throughout the piano lesson. His desire to sell the piano puts him at odds with Bernice, who sees it as a symbol of their family's history and struggles. It's like they're on opposite sides of a tug of war. They're both trying to honor their family in their own ways, but they just can't seem to find common ground. This conflict highlights a broader theme of generational differences and how they shape our understanding of legacy. Boy Willie represents a younger generation eager to break free from tradition, while Bernice embodies a more cautious approach, rooted in respect for their ancestors' sacrifices. It makes me think about my own family dynamics. How often do we clash over differing perspectives on what it means to honor our heritage? In many ways, Boy Willie and Bernice are two sides of the same coin, each struggling to find their place within a complicated family narrative. Boy Willie as a symbol of fearful narrative in the piano lesson. In conclusion, Boy Willie stands out as a symbol of the fearful narrative woven throughout the piano lesson. He embodies ambition and determination, but also recklessness and conflict, qualities that make him incredibly relatable yet deeply flawed. His journey forces us to confront uncomfortable truths about tradition, history, and racial injustice, while also challenging us to reflect on our own lives. Isn't it fascinating how characters like Boy Willie can serve as mirrors for our own struggles? He reminds us that while ambition is essential for growth, it must be balanced with an understanding of our roots and responsibilities to those we love. As I reflect on Boy Willie's journey, I can't help but wonder how many of us are navigating similar conflicts in our lives today, striving for success while grappling with the weight of our histories. In many ways, Boy Willie is not just a character. He represents all of us, trying to find our way in a world filled with challenges and contradictions. Thanks for watching this video. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this subject, so leave a comment and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time.